Hello and welcome to my channel, My Garden, My Passion. In my earlier video that I posted a month back, I showed you how we made the tray gardens for a group of friends who visited my garden. And instead of showing you immediately how they do, very often tray gardens do very well immediately because people buy ready-made plants, rooted plants, put them and it just looks beautiful. But I thought, let me wait for 4 months and show you how they have done well. Our purpose is to maintain the tray gardens at least for a few years because we have taken the trouble to plant them. So they should remain with us for some time. And so I waited these 4 months to show you how they are doing, and all of them are doing extremely well. Now I will show you each of the tray gardens separately and how the individual plants are doing. So we will talk about the cacti and succulent tray that we made. You must have seen in my earlier video, I had just planted. I had prepared the plants 1 week earlier by cutting them and keeping them for them to callus, and then planting them, and you can immediately water if they are calloused. So that way I didn't have any rooted plants here. All of them were cuttings. So this time lapse I have kept to show you how they have taken. And earlier also I have told you how I arrange my tray gardens. I have the tall thrillers, the middle fillers, and then we have this spillers. Try and use the spillers that are suited to these succulent plants. You have many of the spillers. You can have the string of pearls. This is the string of bananas, but because it looks like this. Then you have the string of dolphins. You have the string of bananas. This is bananas. You have the string of fish hook too. So you can use all those and you can see after 4 months how they have done. Then I made this other tray just 15 days back, and I usually follow the same policy of the thrillers, the fillers and the spillers, and I have some ceramic toys. Not only they look beautiful, but they help me water the plants too. So this one also has taken off very well just in 15 days, and you can see young plantlets also coming. That is the bunny ears plant has giving out babies already. So this is about the succulent plants. So I made 3 tray gardens on that day, and these are the 2 big broad ones and 1 smaller tray garden. All of them are doing extremely well, following the same policy. I would like to tell you because sometimes you get confused as to what plant to put where, and if you keep that in mind, that you have the tall thrillers here, this was a spiller which has now become a thriller, and then you fill up the pots with spider plant and calissa. Here I also have this peperomia, and then this plant or the monstera which flows down can become a filler, or it can become a spiller. So here also I have another calissa, the green color one. So you follow that policy and becomes the principle, and then it becomes easy for you to arrange, and you keep some decorative. Here I have Buddha in both the trays. So this is another one, and you can see how well this baby tears has done. So in this tray too, almost similar plants I have used. I have the thrillers, that is the aralias. There is this pelia, and some of my, as I told you earlier, some of my fillers have become spillers too. Here's the pink calissa repens, and the peperomia has almost got covered there, and this pothos has become a spiller on the other side. And I use these ceramic toys. Not only they look beautiful, but they help me to water the plants. And the small artificial red beetle I have placed on the leaf. It looks attractive. These are the foliage trays, and I have placed them in the north facing balcony where the plants do not get any direct sunlight, be it in the morning or the evening. They do not get direct sunlight, but they are in the bright light all through the day. You can see these are all the foliage plants, and I have placed this among other foliage plants also. You can see the delicate ferns, the begonias, the lipstick aglaonema, and the syngoniums. All these are foliage plants, and they like to be kept in the shade, and there's enough humidity also because all the plants are placed here. So these two trays are doing very well in this north facing balcony. So if you want to place your foliage plants, you place them in a shady place but bright light. If you want to keep them inside the house, just keep them for decoration and bring them back and place them outside. Or that the foliage plants were kept in a north facing balcony, here I have placed the cacti and succulents in an east facing balcony, so it gets the morning sunlight. Now it is around 9 o'clock in the morning, and you can see it's getting the full light. Though they say the cacti and succulents are of desert origin, they will not tolerate the extreme sun that is there, because many of them are hybrids and newly developed varieties. So you make sure that they will get a few hours of sunlight, and morning sunlight is the preferred sunlight. So you can see how well this plant is doing, and you can also see the other succulents that I have placed here, and because of the morning light they have developed these beautiful colors. Even this one has developed this color, this has developed a deeper color, and so they are doing very well in this east facing balcony. So this is another shelf where I have placed my cacti and succulents. In fact, there are more succulents here. So I have placed the tray also in this east facing balcony. This is the tray that I made recently, and it is set well, so you can see where it is placed. This is only to show you that please do not keep them in the afternoon sunlight, but you see that it gets some light during the day at least, because cacti and succulents do require a little bit of sun, and the morning sun is the best sun. Okay, now we saw about the placement of the plants, and I would like to say something about watering of the plants. Most often people kill their plants by overwatering rather than by underwatering. So you be on the, what you say, less is always more. So that way you have to water them judiciously. Though it is summer time now, I water them only on alternate days, and they can withstand that because they are kept in the shade and much of evaporation doesn't happen there. So I water these large trays with a mug, and initially I would water them only on these ceramic toys so that it doesn't disturb the soil. But now that the plants have set, you can water them, and these plants don't mind getting watered overhead, but make sure they are kept in the shady place, because these water droplets can act as prisms and burn the leaves if you leave them in the hot sun. I am showing you this now in the hot sun only for the video, that they can be splashed on the leaves. So similarly I use this, and when I use ceramic toys I use them to water on them. But here we have the Buddha, which is not ceramic, and so please don't water on these accessories. Coming to the watering of the cacti and succulent trays, as I have told you with the other trays, that you should be judicious in watering them, but at the same time water them completely, let them dry between the waterings. The best test is to feel the soil with your finger, and if it touches dry, then it's time to water them. As you all know, cacti and succulents are plants that hold water in them. So even if you neglect watering for up to a week also, nothing is going to happen. So don't overwater your plants and kill them. I will show you how to water them. Normally for watering of cacti and succulent, we use this long spouted watering can, so that you can water them either directly on the soil, avoid watering overhead, and if you have to water with a mug, then you can be sure you will water them on these ceramic toys. The cacti and succulents do not like water on their heads, and if the water remains there for long, they will definitely rot. So here by mistake I have dropped, so make sure that you drop them off this way. I water these once in 3 to 4 days. Here also you can use this mug to water on this ceramic toys. That's why I prefer to use the ceramic toys, because they will not go bad sitting in water. And as I said, make sure that the water drains from the bottom. And another important thing is, you can see this pot has a stand. Most of the bonsai plants have these stands, and for cacti and succulents, and for that matter all tray gardens, it is preferable to have stands, so that when you water, the excess water drains out from the draining hole, and the plants or the pot will not stay in the water or the stagnant water. So you see that after you water, the water flows out from the draining hole. And I am repeating these things because very often, in spite of my telling, some of my friends say that since you said we require less water for succulents, they just put a little water on top, but the water should reach the bottom of the roots by watering till the water drains down from the drainage hole. And of course, the drainage hole is a must for most of the tray gardens. Some experts may be doing it without drainage holes, but they will strictly monitor the watering when they use such pots. But for mostly it is safer to use the ones with drainage hole, water till the water comes out of the drainage hole, and then let it dry. It may take 2 days, it may take 3 days, it may take 4 days, and up to a week also nothing is going to happen if you don't water your plants. And these ceramic toys add beauty to the tray as well as they help watering. You must have also seen that I have used these pebbles between the plants. Pebbles are again for looks as well as for the watering purpose. It does not disturb the soil. So this is all about watering of the plants. Regarding maintenance of trays, we spoke about the placement of the plant and the watering. There are 2 or 3 other points which I would like to talk. One is pruning of the plants, so that the trays don't become overloaded like, or overfull and little this. Here you can see that these plants have taken over the peperomia, and since Cacti is a plant that grows fast, it's okay if I pinch some of them. So here I am pinching. Don't bother, you can do it ruthlessly because it grows very fast, and in the past 3 months I have already done it once. So you can put, and however these are not bothering anything, so let these pillars be as they are. It is the Cacti that sort of overruns. While making the tray garden, I told you to keep in mind the speed at which the plants grow, and that's why in my tray gardens I don't use the kalanchos, because they are very fast growers and they will overtake all other plants. So here I removed some of these Cacti so that our spider plant and peperomia is better seen. So friends, that's it about the tray gardens. I hope you liked the video, and watch my previous videos too, where I have shown you how to make the tray gardens and on my take on various aspects of garden. So tune in to my garden, my passion.